Howdy, so what I'm working on today is a 2005 Volkswagen Touareg, and this is the V8 model, and it's all-wheel drive. And the thing we're working on today is way down there. Look, working on that AC compressor. I don't know if anybody can see it, but that's it right there. I've got it lit up pretty good. We're changing out the valve. Changing out this AC control valve here. Now this valve is one that I think, let's see, I think I got this off of Amazon. Or no, wait a minute. I got this valve from AutoZone. Yeah, I got it from AutoZone. They had to order it, but they had it in stock. They're able to order it, okay? Now O'Reilly was not able to get something like this, and I ordered one from Rock Auto, okay? The Rock Auto one came like this, but it did not come with the plug. And the current setup on this vehicle, the factory setup, has the wires are made onto the modules, so you can't take them off. You can't unplug them with a plug. So I was not able to use the Rock Auto one. This one did have a plug. I've got the plug spliced in right now, and I'll show that in just a moment. Okay, so we're just right here on the driver's side of the vehicle. As you go in, you can see that we've got the power steering pump right here. Alright, and you can see some of those wires that I've been working on. Alright, and that's where that control valve goes, right there. Alright, so I've got the circlip removed, which was quite a task. And I've got the wires spliced on there, and that was quite a task as well. But we're just taking it slowly and getting this thing, getting it situated. Now, what I had to do on these two AC lines, which is difficult to point, this is a really tight area here, but these two AC lines, I had to move those over and manipulate these lines a little bit, maybe about, I don't know, a quarter to a half of an inch, because you need to get a line of sight. You see that? You need to be able to get that valve out. It's about 3 or 4 inches long, I suppose. It needs to come out. So that AC line was in the way a little bit, and they move fairly easily. I can't say they were hard to move, but I was able to move them over a bit so I could get to it. You got to get that clip out. That clip is quite a task to get that circlip out. Let's have a look at that. This is what this clip looks like, and I was not able to get my circlip pliers in there, ring clip pliers in there. So what I did is I used a tool, one of these pick tools like this, and put it in the hole and moved it out, and used another pick tool to raise it up and to slowly get it out. It wasn't easy. It took quite a bit of time. So I'm not going to show that going back in, and I definitely couldn't show it coming out because there was just zero space with my hands in there and the tools. But mostly this is just some notes about how I did it. If you want to take the compressor off and do it that way, that's perfectly fine. But just remember, when you put this back, you put it in there, the AC system will have pressure in it, so this AC system was evacuated, and you'll have to lubricate these O-rings with air conditioner PAG oil. I put some PAG 46 lubricant on there. Regular oil or any other type of lubricant is not acceptable, okay? So let me get this old one out and we'll have a look at it. I'm going to try to do the best I can to show this thing coming out. Seems as though folks don't believe you actually do work. So, let's see if I can get this thing. I've got some real long needle nose pliers. And there you just kind of give it a turn and pull. There we go. So that's the baby right there, bud. Get a good grip on it. That's it. As you can see, that is not a plug. Those wires are made onto that little guy. There's no way around it. You have to cut it, splice it, add that plug to the new one and be done with it. But that's the old one and that's the new one there. You get this new one put in. I'm going to use two hands. This new one is a little more tricky of a deal. I do not want to drop it. Get it all nasty. So hang on a moment there. Okay, so I've got that new one set in there. As you can see, it sets in there pretty good. It's probably going to be a tricky job to get that new plug plugged into it. That's what the plug looks like right there. And I have some insulation I'm going to put around this wire here. So what I did with that wire, you see this little clip right here? That wire used to go through that clip. And so what I'm going to do is I'm just going to use a zip tie with the new wire. When I cut it off from the old, I just manipulated it and slid it out. It's a very tight area to deal with, and I don't know if I could get that Phillips head screw out right there, or whatever that screw is. I don't even know if it's a screw. I don't know. It might be riveted. I don't know. I wasn't going to mess with that right now. Just wanted to get the wire out so I could crimp the connectors and get it all done. So I'm going to work on that clip and see about getting that clip in there, and that's going to be a tricky job. You get after that. Alright, so I've got that snap ring placed in there, not all the way. I've just got it started. And so I'm going to work my way around and get that snap ring stuck in there. It just takes a little bit of time and effort, and it'll go in. Just have to be patient. Alright, so I got that snap ring in there. I'm going to mess around with a little bit more, make sure it's clicked in all the way, but it's looking pretty good. Looks like it's a little warped, but the snap ring is holding the item in there. So that's about it. I'm going to put some insulation on that wire and plug it in, pull the vacuum, get some Freon going, and get it done. Hope this helps somebody. Have a good day.